Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start my presentation. It's the Bootway, an educational juvenile center. We all have childhood memories. For me, I grew up in an unhappy family. My parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and it was really difficult for me in the situation of feeling lacking something inside, specifically love of the family. And that is the inspiration of me to come up with the object is the juvenile lacking of the happy family. Just like anybody see, after COVID-19, nearly 7 million of people died, and especially in Vietnam, around 40,000 people have died. And this led to an increase in the orphanage rate of children. More than 2,500 children have been orphaned in Vietnam. And orphan children often fall into a lack of love, lack of education, lack of understanding, and they are easy to fall into social evils when they grow up, especially when they are teenagers at the age from 17 to 19 years old. And if they are lucky, they are being cared, loved, and taught. Surely the society will be civilized. But on the contrary, if they are condemned and hated, the social evils may be increasing, becoming more complex, and also be threatened. Therefore, there is a great need for restorative and nurturing environment for these children like this. So in this project, they have three functions: rehabilitation, education, and reformatory. The architectural profile I choose was previously in Jinhua Prison in District 10, Ho Chi Minh City, which was built in 1943, built by Japan and taken over by France. In 2021, it is recognized as a heritage site. The reason for choosing this work as a center for youth education because its history value and compatibility with the science of education, and also heritage value recognize profound humanity. When the work was converted into a center for juvenile education, continue with the new functions, and that is to continue of a heritage, to continue of the humanity between people, remove barriers of social prejudice, and nothing is impossible to transform. The transformation of garbage into flowers, the transformation of darkness into light, need the understanding and love like a path of mindfulness. So why mindfulness? Because when they have the calm, peace inside, they can heal the wound and spread out to the people around in the society. So this is the overall layout of the space according to the idea. From inside out, we have the healing space at the end of the street, and the living space, cafeteria, and restoration function with the library for studying. And finally is the lobby, is to connect with the society when they are healed already. And the first space is the lobby, includes the reception hall, display area, and the information counter. The object in the center is the statue of the orphan children. Maybe looking from outside, they need a light to show their path, as in the ceiling. The concentric floor slits manifest when the lake near the statue, so the light open the path for them, and the circle in the floor just like the spreading out as the water.
Cải tạo. Thì ngoài ra thì có những cái
Besides, need the view to look out to the garden and create a peaceful area. Next is the library space. The library space has the special thing is for reflection and thinking. Is in the center of the library. Around is the big lake, and also have the circle to get the light into the lake. So the factors in my presentation is symmetric, and also to get the natural light, to have the mindfulness and the peaceful inside. Around the lake is the book represent for the forest, the knowledge of forest, and the core of the knowledge is the from the natural, from the water, from the light. This is the reflection when the light reflects on the lake, and this is the from upside down we see the change of the sunlight from the day to the night. Next is the classroom. The classroom create of the curves at the start and the end of the class to create an easing feeling, and whichever of the position they can see the board in a very clear. And this is the lobby. Mainly we use the wood materials to create a friendly feeling for the students, just like in a familiar space as it in home. And the white wall, white ceiling help the students to feel fresh and soft. And also have the garden outside to feel the lively, and it helps the student to focus on the study. Next is the canteen area. The dining space has a courtyard in the middle, and we utilize that one to come to a meal, and they can come across the garden to feel fresh after classroom, and they feel easy at the meal and feel gratitude for the food. And the curved ceiling at the ground floor and the second floor to create a soft feeling. It's like a green oasis, green garden. And this is also use the wood materials with the bamboo curtain to remind about Vietnamese culture, and also we use a cozy color to increase the taste of the meal. Next is the living space. This is for people to stay and recover. That is the module of 8 people per one room, and also we use the curved lines but in different way to have support the energy, and it's also the space for activities and cozy. So when coming to inside the room, that is the familiar feeling when we use the materials of wood, and at the end is the light near the washing hand. So they need to know about the source of the water. So reminds them about the origin of the culture. And last one is the healing space. The last space with the function of healing and restoring the spirit about hope, about things to help them heal the wound inside, to have the reception hall before enter. On the right is yoga space. On the left is the music space, therapy space, and meditation. The design idea of this space is to create a deeper entrance with the curves in the corridor, and then from low to high to create attraction when they enter the space. Just like easier for them to get the mindfulness. This is the lobby inside. Have the shoe box, and they have the lobby with the pictures of the famous person, and then follow them. And this is the yoga space with the garden view, and have them to feel easy and peaceful. The musical space, the meditation space, and that is the idea of this space, is to create an oval inside and outside, so that when we see the green houses, we feel easier to be mindful, look back at the past, and heal our wound. So please watch a video.
Xin cảm ơn.
Thank you very much.